When most people get their first job, it feels like crossing the line of a marathon. You remember the excitement, printing out your offer letter, calling your parents or friends, even rehearsing how you'd answer your first, "So what do you do?" at a family gathering or at an alumni reunion. Finally, you're earning money, making your own contribution to society, and becoming a somebody. But after a few years, that excitement starts to fade. You wake up on Monday mornings already feeling tired. You scroll through LinkedIn and wonder how everyone else seems so fulfilled. You start to ask quiet questions. Is this really it? Is my work supposed to feel this dry? Am I doing something that actually matters? You're not broken, my friend, for asking those questions. That's healthy discomfort, and it indicates that you are growing. It's your inner architect whispering to you that you need to redesign your life. Hello, my name is Olatunde Akinwunmi, and you're welcome to the Brick by Brick broadcast, where we build better lives one principle at a time. In this episode, we're tackling a question that haunts so many high-performing professionals. How do you find the work you were born to do without quitting your job? And by the end of this conversation, you'll know how to turn the job that you are already doing into work that you love. You'd learn how to build purpose into your everyday tasks and how to reconnect your paycheck to your purpose again. I would also show you where this step, the design your contribution step, fits into the vital architecture system, my 5-step method for building a life that feels like you. Each step builds on the last. Design your core helps you to clarify what truly matters. Design your growth expands your gifts and your potential. Design your circle aligns your relationships. And design your contribution. Today's focus channels your gifts into meaningful work. Finally, design your rhythm ensures you sustain it all without burnout. Now let's go back to the first job feeling, the thrill of independence. It starts bright, then slowly dulls into routine. That's because most of us approach work as a transaction, not as a transformation. We've been taught to work, for income, not for impact. But when work loses meaning, motivation slowly dissipates. Studies from the University of Michigan show that employees who find their work meaningful are more engaged, experience less stress, and even live longer. Neuroscientists at Harvard Medical School have discovered that when you engage in purposeful activity, your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, the same chemicals associated with deep joy and connection. In other words, meaning isn't just philosophical, it's biological. So the question isn't, should my work have purpose? It should be, how can I build purpose into the work that I already do? Let's start with your mindsets, because every shift in behavior begins with a shift in mindsets. The first shift is the mindset of meaning. Do work that feels like you. You must understand that meaning comes before motivation. And when you know why your work matters, energy follows naturally. Think about the parts of your work that make you feel alive. Maybe it's mentoring a younger colleague, solving a tricky problem on your team, or simply creating order out of chaos. That's your clue. When you find yourself thinking, this feels like me, it's not random at all, it's resonance. The second shift in mindset is the mindset of mastery. Build it like it's your own. Fulfillment grows from taking ownership, not just obligation. People don't burn out from working too hard, they burn out from working without structure. If you can't change your job immediately, you can at least start by changing your approach to it. Treat it as a workshop where you can tinker with your stuff or with stuff and be creative, not just a warehouse for stacking goods. Always ask yourself, what can I improve in my work no matter how little? Ownership creates energy. It's the neurochemical difference between doing a thing out of duty and doing it out of devotion. The third shift in mindset is the mindset of multiplication. Let your growth feed others. The term for this is generativity, which is the desire to create something that will outlast you. When you help other people to rise, your satisfaction deepens. Mentoring, sharing knowledge, improving culture, all of these make your work feel meaningful again. Because fulfillment isn't just about what you achieve, it's also about what other people benefit from your achievements. Now, these 3 shifts in mindset sets the stage for the framework that makes all of this practical. The framework for designing your contribution, and it's called the contribution index. The contribution index is made up of 3 stages. Stage 1 is clarify your meaning. This is where you move from confusion to clarity by clearly defining what truly matters to you. Start by writing down your top 5 values. Could be things like growth, service, freedom, even creativity. And then in your journal, write out peak moments, those times when you feel proud or alive, even useful. Look out for patterns. Those are the emotional signatures of purpose. Next, uncover your purpose drivers. Ask yourself, what do I want to stand for? You can use the Ikigai model, where what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for overlap. If this feels too abstract, be patient. Take out time, maybe weekly, to refine it until it starts to feel emotionally right, not just logical. Finally, reframe how you define success. There's a huge difference between achievement goals and impact goals. Achievement goals are about you. Promotions, titles, recognition. Impact goals, on the other hand, are about others. What changes just because you showed up? You'll feel the shift immediately. Impact satisfies you longer than achievement ever will. Stage 2 of the contribution index is craft your vehicle. This is about turning clarity into aligned work. Start by activating your strengths. You can check out tools like the VIA Character Strengths Survey or Clifton Strengths Assessments. Identify your top 3 strengths and brainstorm how you can use each of them to serve others. If your strength is empathy, for instance, maybe you can consider mentoring others. If it is problem solving, maybe you should be more intentional about innovating small improvements in your team's process. And then design for flow. You know that state where you are totally immersed in your work. It happens when challenge and skill meet. You have to create moments in your week where you can immerse yourself fully. Deep work hours, fewer interruptions, more intentional focus. Flow turns effort into joy. And finally, craft your role and environment. If you can't change your job title, you can redesign your experience of that job. That's what psychologists call job crafting. Start by adding tasks that excite you, volunteering for projects that align with your strengths. If you can't, you can at least reframe the existing ones. Instead of saying, I'm just doing reports, you can say, I'm providing the data that helps leadership make better decisions. You are telling yourself an impact story, and the brain believes the story you repeat. Stage 3 of the contribution index is deliver and amplify impact. This is where purpose meets performance. Take psychological ownership. Pick one initiative and treat it as your own, not just for your company's approval, but for your own sense of meaning. Define success by impact, not by credits. Always ask yourself, who benefits if I do this well? And then embed service into it. You can identify someone your work helps and make it a habit to mentor, guide, or share what you learn. Remember, helping others doesn't deplete you, it deepens you. Finally, reflect weekly. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fulfilled did you feel at work? What created that feeling? Reflection is your feedback loop. It keeps you aligned. As these 3 stages unfold, you move from activity to alignment to legacy. You stop chasing meaning and you start creating it. Now, every framework needs behavior standards, more like a builder's code. Think of these as the guardrails that keep your growth on track. So here are a few standards you can adhere to. The first one is do work that feels true, not trendy. If nobody saw it, would you still be proud? The second one is pursue purposeful excellence. Give your best attention, not just your best efforts. 3 is aim for generative impact. Serve to strengthen, not to save. The fourth one is to design for sustainability. Always align your pace with your peace. Number 5, live with integrity. Let your life and your work tell one story coherently. When you live by these standards, fulfillment stops being a prize at the finish line. It becomes the blueprint for the journey. So where does this fit inside the big architecture? Design your core. Gives you clarity of values. Design your growth. Build your capacity. Design your circle. Surrounds you with the right people. Design your contribution. It channels all of that into purpose. And when you finally design your rhythm, you sustain it all gracefully. So here's what I want you to remember. Passion doesn't come first. It follows mastery. The more competent you become of something meaningful, the more passionate you will feel about it. The world says, follow your passion. The truth is that passion follows impact. So if you're watching this and you feel stuck, you don't need to quit your job. You just need to start building differently. Redesign your meaning, reclaim your mastery, and multiply your impacts. And if you're in a season of reinvention, maybe you are pivoting careers or stepping out of the corporate life or redefining what's next, I've created something just for you. It's called the Reinvention Blueprint. It's designed for mid-career professionals who want to make a career pivot, founders who are in transition, or people in the corporate world who are exploring, who are asking themselves questions like, who am I becoming and how do I build a contribution that fits this next season of my life? In this program, I'd help you to clarify your new identity. We'll reconnect your gifts to meaningful work and design a contribution that fits the next version of you. If you'd like to apply for it, the link is in the description. Because the goal isn't just to earn more, it's to mean more. And when your work means more, life feels different. I'm Olatunde Akinwunmi, and this is the Brick by Brick broadcast. Until the next time, don't just work hard, work through. See you soon.
This now Brick by Brick broadcast. Live your full potential on purpose.